Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to be talking about my experiences trying to switch to a natural deodorant. So I'm specifically going to be talking about two different brands that I tried out. They are Kopari coconut deodorant and the Schmidts charcoal and magnesium deodorant. I used both of these, and I am going to get into my experiences using those products, whether I experienced any skin reactions. Spoiler alert, I did, and I'm going to tell you guys about that. And then also just the general, my experience of trying to switch to a natural deodorant, what my anxieties were about that, what I experienced, did I have to reapply, did I smell, did I go through a detox period, as a lot of blogs and news articles about switching kind of say that you might detox or smell worse at first, which really freaked me out. And then I'm also just going to talk a little bit about the products themselves and review those for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more beauty videos, and let's get into it. So I do live in the Los Angeles area, and a lot of people here have lately been talking about how the aluminum in traditional deodorants is supposed to be bad for you. So I began to think about switching to a natural deodorant. The two products I tried, the first one was Kopari. This is their coconut oil deodorant. And then the second one I tried was Schmidts charcoal and magnesium mineral enriched natural deodorant, and this one is coconut oil based. This one has baking soda in it. So those are like two different bases that are used in a lot of different types of natural deodorants, and so I'm going to go into my experience with each. I do have photos. Both of these gave me skin reactions, but I do have some positives to say about each of them and why I think they might work for you or not. And I'm also going to go into day to day what it was like to go from using my normal secret deodorant to using these, and then I'll tell you guys what my final verdict is. I took a lot of notes in my phone as I was first going through this process so that I could be able to share with you guys exactly how I was feeling or smelling and all of that stuff. So we're gonna get into it. Okay, so the first one I tried was the Kopari coconut oil deodorant. So I ordered this directly from the brand's website. It is coconut oil based, looks like this on the stick. Smells really good. It smells like Hawaiian flowers and coconuts. And this one, I was kind of surprised when I got the box. It had a sticker on it that was basically be careful, coconut oil melts when hot. I personally haven't had any issues with this melting, but that is one thing that I just want to mention. If you are planning to stick this in a bag or something that might be outside for a long time, this could potentially melt. But it will probably re-harden. So my first few days of trying natural deodorant, I was actually really anxious about it. I'd read those things about having a detoxing period where you're gonna smell worse. I was really nervous about going into situations where I might be sweating more. So I will say that this actually kept me smelling really nice. I did notice I was not as dry as I typically am with the normal traditional deodorant. But one thing that I did like about this a lot is that when you reapplied, any smell that you may have started to develop, you reapplied this and it just went away. It wasn't it got masked by the perfume or the fragrance. It really would be gone, magically. I did find with this deodorant that I was tempted to reapply throughout the day, a couple times. With my traditional deodorant, I would just apply it in the morning and then go all day. This, either because I felt like maybe I was starting to smell a little bit or I didn't feel as dry as I'm used to feeling, I was really tempted to reapply this. And I did that sometimes a couple times a day. I did put this to the test with a workout, working out while using this as my deodorant. And I don't think I smelled worse than normal. I didn't experience worse BO or anything coming from the gym. It just was pretty standard, so there's that. I also found that when you started to sweat a little bit, it kind of smelled coconutty. It kind of brought out the fragrance in the deodorant rather than immediately smelling like body odor. However, about a week into using this, I started to notice a skin reaction. And by started to notice, I mean all of a sudden, I got out of the shower and I was putting lotion on or something, and I just looked and my underarm was bright red and swollen right in the pit area. and it really freaked me out because it did not look cute. It looked like a giant rash basically, and I will insert a photo to let you guys see what I'm talking about. Obviously it's not a cute photo of me, but for purposes of this review, this is what happened to my skin. I do have a theory about what may have possibly caused the reaction with this, and that's there is a ingredient that just says fragrance, and this does smell a little bit like plumeria flowers. As a child, I realized I had an allergic reaction to the milk of the plumeria flower. Like if you pick a plumeria off a tree, and then it touches my skin, like the milky white substance that forms, I have a really bad skin reaction rash to plumeria milk. And apparently that is a fairly common allergic reaction that people can have. Because this does smell a little bit like plumeria, even though it's not on the ingredients list, it could be hiding within that fragrance section. And I did notice that just recently, like as of today, filming this video, Kopari has released a fragrance-free coconut deodorant. So that is potentially an option if you are worried about the ingredients that are hidden underneath that label fragrance. And then I just do want to say one more positive thing about this product, because I was actually really impressed with the company and its customer service. So as I mentioned, I ordered this directly from the brand's website, and after I experienced that bad reaction, I kind of was like upset because I had ordered a couple tubes of this. And so I went to their customer service website to see if I could have any ability to return my unopened ones or whatever. And so they actually ended up refunding me for my purchase, which was amazing because I didn't necessarily expect that, but it made me trust the company so much more. And I do think that's great. Like if you wanted to try out a natural deodorant, like this has pretty good reviews. And so if you don't have that kind of skin reaction situation, like this may be a good option for you. And the fact that the company's customer service was so helpful to me, it makes me feel like it's worth trying out. After that didn't work, I decided to go with Schmidts, which is a really widely available natural deodorant brand. I purchased this from Walmart. They have a couple different scents available, but I went with charcoal and magnesium because charcoal is supposed to be a powerful ingredient. This has baking soda, which online people have stated that sometimes they have had skin reactions to deodorants that contain baking soda, but not everyone. And this actually had fairly decent reviews online, so I thought I would try it. I wasn't sure like what this would smell like because it doesn't actually say that it's scented, but it does have just like a nice, fresh, clean scent to it. It is very gritty and grainy. I don't know if this texture will show up properly on camera, but it does have a lot of grit to it, so it was kind of weird to apply. The first time I put it on, I feel like I put on way too much, and I kind of then had to like rub it in, and it was a very weird thing. The other issue I had with this is it's very messy. So like right now you can see it's like pretty much flat on top, but when you roll it up to apply, if there's anything still rolled up and then you put the lid back on, as you can see there's like deodorant stuck on the bottom there. It's because it like will scrape whatever is left down to the bottom. Now this product did work pretty well for me. I would say it kept me a little bit drier than the Kopari deodorant did, like less sweating under the arms, but I kind of enjoyed the experience of putting on the Kopari better. This was just like, as I mentioned, kind of gritty and like, I don't know, like difficult to apply comparatively. And this one was going pretty well for me for at least a week. I was using this one before I noticed I also had a slight skin reaction to this one. Now this one wasn't like a big swelling red rash like the other one was. This was more like my underarms felt really dry to the point where I felt like I was getting like just like red bumps of like little tiny red bumps, where it was almost like my skin was just like really irritated and like needed like intense moisturization. There's something about this dried me out like too much. And so I did end up discontinuing use of this as well. And so I will put in either insert or put on your screen now some kind of photo of that reaction. As you can see, it's like not that extreme. So where have I landed with all of this? Right now I'm back to using my secret traditional deodorant that I've been using before because it works for me. I guess I still am a little curious about finding a brand of aluminum-free deodorant that works well and doesn't give my skin some sort of reaction. I've heard a little bit about a brand called Native that I'm interested in exploring, so I might look into that in the future. If you've tried that, or if you have a different brand that you really love, feel free to leave that in the comments below and let me know, because I'm interested in your recommendations. But for right now, I am back on my secret traditional deodorant. So while I did have some moderate success and I did not experience like a huge smelly detox period or anything that was like super like difficult to deal with in terms of switching to a natural deodorant, my skin just did not react well to either of these products. And that could be a couple like factors, it might be a specific ingredient, and then it could also be that my body has gotten used to the traditional deodorants. So, I was only using each of these products for about a week before a reaction developed. So it's possible that, my body could still get used to another product, but for me, it was kind of unsightly to have these, and uncomfortable, honestly, to have these kinds of reactions, so I wanted to stop use immediately. So that's been my personal experience trying to switch to a natural deodorant. I hope you guys found this video somewhat informative, or at least like answered some questions about the experience of using these different products. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found this video useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.